I was one of the first to report that they were putting out a trans Mr. Freeze, which I did on my Fandom Pulse Substack. This is where I actually write up some news. And please subscribe to this, guys. Here is where I'm putting out articles on pop culture and what all the crazy woke people are doing every single day. And when you get on this, you get a little handy notification on all the news that I break that a lot of people don't cover. Haven't really seen much about the Sandman creator Neil Gaiman. Doctor Who actor libels the British Reform Party supporters as Nazis. Blackstone bought a major manga producing company. I mean, all these things are stories that I break that you really won't see anywhere else. So grab phantompulse.com from the description below. And please hit the like and subscribe button here because we, of course, cover a lot of news that other people don't, or we break it first. And this one was quite an interesting story. We know the story of Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. And with this, they look like they were doubling down with Season 2, which is I'm shocked they're still going forward with after the dismal losses that were suffered from Warner Brothers Gaming. It almost sank the company because of this Suicide Squad game. But they are doubling down on this. And this is what always happens. The woke always double down on DEI and other things, whether it's video games, movies, comic books. You just see them keep going. So until these people get out of these companies and get completely purged because they lose so much money, we're going to see more and more of this. Now, when I reported on these images, these were leaks that were posted to the internet. And people didn't know if they were real or not at the time. But they actually got DMCA struck here. Multiple people who were posting this were getting DMCA claims. Warner Media LLC, the senior manager of content protection and analytics, was getting this image taken down at the time. And what that confirmed was that this is absolutely going to be real, that it was going to be happening. And we know that the trans Mrs. Freeze thing is cringy and crazy. Par for the course for the Suicide Squad game. Here's John Trent from That Park Place posting it, and you can see that the media was taken down on X because of those claims at the time. Now, a lot of people went out and criticized our reporting, said, "Oh, this isn't real. You don't know that this is real." Of course, right? And it 100% is. It was confirmed again today, as they now are going out with the marketing of this and stating that they're going to be going forward with this. This comes from Forbes, and you can see the headline here. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League presses on with Mrs. Freeze. Presses on. They're persisting despite all their adversity of not selling any video games, of nobody playing it. This is a big disaster. When the media frames things like this, when they make a headline like this, you know that they're in huge trouble. Rocksteady Games has destroyed all of their credibility in the gaming industry. When this came out and what they did to Batman was just so horrific, and how they destroyed the legacy of the Arkham games, those beautiful games, just terrible. Gamers rejected it, and people started looking into it, if you don't remember. We can do the brief history of what happened with this. I covered something, again, a lot of people just kind of glossed over with how woke this game was, but there was a moment where Harley Quinn was dealing with a child Poison Ivy and flirting with the child as a lesbian. It was complete weird grooming incidents. I thought that was worse than all the Batman treatment that they had in this game. I thought this was worse than a lot of the other token diversity stuff they had this game. But a lot of people didn't report on that. It was really that bad. And what was uncovered with this was, of course, the infamous now Sweet Baby Inc. was involved with shifting the narrative of the Suicide Squad video game. Sweet Baby Inc., if you're kind of new and missed what was going on in March and April, was a company, and is, that is run by a lady who grifts off of race and gender and all this diversity stuff. She goes in and charges exorbitant fees to these companies to change their narratives of their video games to make them more woke. And she's been outed, of course, with a bunch of stuff. Cabrutus, now the infamous Cabrutus, made a Sweet Baby Inc. detected list on Steam of games that they were involved in. And then the company cried harassment just because it was known what games they were working on. And gamers rejected all of it. Gamers said, you know what, we don't want any of this crap in our games. And thank you, Kabrutus. We're going to not deal with this anymore. But they're pressing on. And now Season 2 is coming out, and it's confirmed. Again, this is pretty much the exact image that was being shown back in the day. This trans Mrs. Freeze, trans Mr. Freeze thing is very, very real. And is going to be in this video game starting July 11th. So Forbes says, at this point, the fate of the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League seems to be decided. We heard the plan is to finish off the promised 4 seasons, geez, of post-launch content this year. In all likelihood, that's it. And things will wrap up, therefore, due to the game's extremely poor launch and extremely poor ongoing performance. So they're really not pressing on. They're just, it's like they already developed most of this content, so they're just kind of like putting it out there. I don't think this is going to move the needle much, even with new content coming out. So ending the 2 chapters of the Joker season that only drew a quarter of its original launch numbers, this second episode is barely even doing a 1/6 of that. This is what they got going now. Oof, that's painful. And the reveal of the gender-flipped Mrs. Freeze, the trans Mr. Freeze, has many players wondering why she was chosen to spearhead a second season of an extremely random character. You can see her above and her design. Why does Forbes do this? His above and his design, let's not mince words here, has been met with lots of pushback. I too dislike it, but not for woke reasons. This is the mainstream media, my God. But I don't think it's very good compared to something more interestingly stylized they could have come up with. Larger question is, why pick him at all? If they wanted to do a trans woman, I'm editing for him, who freezes things. The DC universe has Killer Frost right here. Oh my gosh, can you imagine this? Like, they've already got DC. The thing about Marvel and DC is they've got characters who are like knockoff versions who are women or dogs or minorities or whatever. You got the Crypto, the super dog, right? Whatever you want. And they all exist already because they've been working for a long, long time. You have somebody who's actually looks like a woman. You probably not piss people off, but you know exactly why they did it. As much as this guy's going, it's not because of woke reasons, it's just because it looks bad. The reason it looks bad, though, Paul Tassi from Forbes, is because it's woke. Woke stuff looks bad. They're intentionally putting what looks like a transgender dude into this situation in order to just get your mind used to looking at those things. It's a desensitization effort in order to try to normalize that agenda. That's the entire point of this. You can't separate the fact that this looks bad from the fact that it's woke, because it is the exact same thing. And so when you write articles like this, mainstream media, and even you're not shilling, you're just saying it looks bad and it looks stupid and I wish you would have done something else. I mean, gosh, you're admitting finally that this is a bad game, that the designs were bad, and that the involvement of Sweet Baby Inc. And what they did to twist this stuff was bad. So when you try to say it's not woke, it's just being dishonest. My gosh, it drives me crazy when I see this sort of thing. So he's talking about Season 3 and Season 4 with Deathstroke. But again, I don't think anybody's going to be playing by that point. It's not going to matter. This sort of thing this is a dead game. And so when you put in just new characters hoping that they're going to come back, I don't even think Deathstroke can save it at this point. There's just too much crap going on. So it's pretty bad. The gameplay is bad too, as he points out. Grind a bunch of crap with your old character's first system to unlock them, or you could pay to skip that in a microtransaction. Both of those are just very cringy things that just, again, it's anti-consumer and anti-gamer. And, when you get into this woke stuff, that's exactly what happens. So if you look at their Season 2 pass here, you can see the trans Mr. Freeze and these freeze weapons coming on. It's just a bunch of stuff that isn't very exciting. It's stuff that nobody's really interested in. This is PC Gamer's version of it, and of course they're a little bit more shilly about it. Brainiac was right. Freeze is coming to... Look, notice how they don't even say Mr. Freeze. They say Freeze is coming. They're even trying to hide it in the headline of their article. This is when you get even more shilly. So we've shown the Forbes who's like half shilly and not all the way there. Oh, I'm not necessarily opposed to woke, but this is just bad. Then you get the like complete video game access media that just doesn't even tell you that it's trans Mr. Freeze in the headline. This is how bad they are. But yeah, it's about to be expected. It's par for the course. And I look forward to seeing the Steam numbers in this game dying. It's going to be a lot of fun. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Make sure to sign up for Fandom Pulse on Substack and join us in our community here. We really appreciate you for being there.